Disassembly. Today we have Dell Precision model 3570. It's an Intel Core i7 12th gen with Nvidia graphics T550. Let's take it apart. Let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. So we'll start with bottom screws. Now we have to separate the bottom case from the Palmrest. So find a gap, use plastic sponger. The metal one may scratch your parts. And work your way around the whole laptop to disconnect all the clips. Here we have the part number for the bottom case. Now we have access to all the internal components. Let's start with disconnecting the battery. Now let's take the battery out. Okay, so the battery is out. That's our part number and the type model number. So if the battery is swollen or doesn't hold the charge, you can replace it. Now under these two covers we have our storage SSD drives. So let's see under this one. So that's our NVMe SSD drive. If your laptop shows no boot device or you would like to upgrade your storage, this is how you can do it. That's the actual drive. You can either replace this one or you could add another drive under this cover. So that's the slot for our second SSD. Here we have our memory. So spread those arms and then you can take out the memory. So you can replace the memory or upgrade. This is the DDR5 memory. Here we can see the Wi-Fi card. So if your Wi-Fi doesn't work, you can replace this card. Take out one screw. Gently disconnect antenna wires. Okay, now you can take out the card. Here we have the model part number. Now let's check the cooling. So if your laptop is overheating or the fan is making grinding noise, replace the fan. Disconnect it from the motherboard. And that's our fan. Here we have the part number. You can also replace the heatsink if it's bent or doesn't disperse the heat properly. Be very gentle when you lift the heatsink. It may be stuck to the processor or to the GPU because of the cooling paste. One more screw here. Right. So that's our part number for the heatsink. Now we have access to our motherboard. We will be pulling out the motherboard. So first we have to take out that metal plastic frame. Okay, we have to take out our speaker because the cable is routed through that frame. So let's disconnect the speaker from the motherboard. Okay, so these are our speakers. Here we have 2 more screws. Okay, so that frame is out. Here we have the part number for it. And we can access our motherboard. So let's disconnect all the connectors. Here we have the video cable. So we have to disconnect this as well. Flip that retaining clip. Now we can pull out the cable. Okay, now let's take out all the screws for the motherboard. I will keep the CMOS battery with the board. Okay, so that's our motherboard. Here we have the part number. So the processor and the graphics card are soldered on the motherboard. You cannot replace these. You would have to replace the whole motherboard. Now we have access to our keyboard and touchpad. Let's unscrew hinges because we will take out the Palmrest keyboard touchpad assembly. Now unfold the hinge assembly. And the Palmrest is out. So that's our Palmrest keyboard assembly, usually sold in one piece. If you are looking for parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. We could take out the keyboard. It has tiny screws. Same with the touchpad. You can replace just the touchpad if you need to. And here we have the part number for the Palmrest assembly. Okay, and here we have our screen left. Usually sold in one piece. That's the best way to replace it. The actual LCD is very fragile and you can crack it while replacing. So just look for the whole assembly. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.